morning all. Today we are having the first class of our program, Complete Anthropology, a mentorship batch whereby I will be taking the responsibility of your anthropology as promised. So I gave you the detailed schedule. On which day, which class we are going to conduct. On the same lines, I am going to conduct the total program. So as per the schedule, today we are going to discuss about anthropological thought, classical evolutionism. Today I am going to start the unit number 6. In paper 1 we have 12 units, and in paper 2 we have 9 units. And in paper 1 I will be sending you a complete booklet after the class, total booklet of the anthropology, which I made with the previous year's questions and expected questions. One booklet I will be sending immediately after the class. So for this 2 hours, please be focused and don't message there on the chat box. I will ask for the doubts at that time you message, so that there will not be any disturbance. Yes. So see, in paper 1, unit 1 deals about evolution of man. Evolution of cultures will be studying by the pattern of archaeological evidences. So unit 1 mainly deals about the evolution of man of paper 1 and archaeology. Unit 2, 3, 4, 5, as I told you in the beginning in the orientation session, 2, 3, 4, 5 is called a socio-culture evolution, which talks about the evolution of marriage, evolution of economic systems, evolution of political systems, evolution of everything. Mainly culture point of view is 2, 3, 4, 5. And 6th unit is this unit. This is unit 6. You can ask me one question. Sir, I heard that anthropological thought is complex, from the seniors, from the friends, from the mentors, from the rankers. Sir, why you choose this anthropological thought in the beginning itself? I believe that thinkers, thought process, thinkers are the soul for the subject of anthropology, for the discipline of anthropology. Why? Because we have to choose which anthropologist is discussed about this, which anthropologist discussed about this. If you write like that, your answer will become anthropology point of view. If you write without using any anthropologist name, if you don't write from the perspective of the anthropologist, your answer will become a general studies answer. So what is the difference of a general studies answer and an anthropology optional answer? Is using of these thinkers, using of this thought process, using of the thinkers. Thought means thinkers thought, thinkers perspective, thinkers way of understanding the concepts, anthropological thought. So from the beginning, from day one, I want my students to understand the subject from the perspective of the anthropologists, from the perspective of the thinkers. Oh, this person told this, this person told this person's viewpoint is this person's understanding is this person's evolutionary pattern is this. Thinkers is heart and soul for the subject of anthropology. How preamble is an entry gate into the constitution, how preamble is an identity card of the constitution, similarly the anthropological thought is a gateway. When we want to enter into the compound, when we want to enter into the area of anthropology, without understanding which anthropologist is responsible for the discipline, which anthropologist had made the subject familiar, which anthropologist had made the subject popular, nowhere we are going to go. If you want to visit the Taj Mahal, before entering into the Taj Mahal, you need to know a little bit of who constructed it, what is the reasoning behind it, why this much big structure has been evolved. Then you will understand the Taj Mahal better. So, the thought also very much important that the perspectives, the understanding, the evolution, the total subject anthropology today is because of these thinkers. The total subject today is because of these thinkers, anthropological thought, anthropological thinkers. With that, I am going to start the subject. With that, I am going to start the subject. And one more thing, notification I want to give you, as today is the first class, we want to open to the public. We had conducted the first class in the Zoom, and the second class, it means tomorrow morning 7 a.m. the class will be only VISHNU IAS app itself. So what is this anthropological thought, sir? What is this anthropological thought, sir? In anthropology thought, 10 schools are there. 10 different schools we will be understanding in this unit number 6. You know, in paper 1, if you complete 3 units, your 70% of your syllabus has been completed. Unit 6, Unit 9, Unit 1. 169, if you complete total anthropology of the paper 1, 70% is complete. So what are the schools which are present? Again, you will get this doubt. Sir, kya hota hai? What is this schools? Sir, schools kya hota hai, sir? What is this schools means? Schools means a person who believes in this particular pattern, a person who believes in this thought process, a person who believes in this ideology is called as schools. Conservative school, who believes that the woman should be like this, who believes that the religion is very important, who believes that the people life should be like this only. Conservative. Liberal, no, woman should not be like this, people should not be like this, people should be open, people should discuss everything. Liberal. Radical, some school, one other school is there which is called as radical, who are revolutionary in nature. Feminists, yes, radical, they are against the patriarchal system, they're against the clutches of the society, Indian society. So who believes in the radicalism, radical school, who believe in conservative school, who believe in liberalism is called as liberal schools. How we will be having like such this type of schools, here also we will be having the schools. Here also we are having the schools. So first school is called as classical evolutionism. First school is classical evolutionism. Classical, classical, traditional, classical, old school. Old schools are mainly called as classical. Traditional schools are also called as classical schools. So the first school which we are going to discuss, which we are going to start to discuss from today is this classical evolutionism. First school. Second school, historical particularism, Bose, Franz Bose. We will enter into it. It takes a lot of time, understand. First, I am giving you the introduction. I am taking you into the anthropological thought. Diffusionism. Diffusionism. British school of diffusionism, German school of diffusionism, American school of diffusionism. These are different varieties of schools. Classical evolutionism means what, sir? Evolutionism. You know English meaning of evolutionism? Everyone know. I know. I am very confident that everyone knows the meaning of evolution. Evolution. From one stage to other stage, from one stage to other stage is called as evolution. If you just joining by the anthropology classes from today, Whether you are going to get the IAS job? No. Whether you are going to become an IAS? No. It's an evolutionary process. Today you have to understand the subject. You have to get the conceptual clarity. You have to start answer writing practice. You have to add examples. And time management. Within the time limit, you have to write the answer. Again, you should not write the answer as per your time. Within the time limit, you have to write the answer, the best answer. Then parallelly, you have to prepare for your general studies, your ethics, for your essay. It's a process. But there is a growth day by day, day by day, day by day, growth and development, day by day, day by day. When all this we accumulate, we will get the success. It's a process. Evolution is a process. So, this old school people, this classical people, how they believed the evolution happened. What is their stage? What is their stage, or what is their understanding with respect to evolution? How they believed evolution happened. So first man was like a rough layman who is walking on the road. What he will tell? Man evolved from ape, man evolved from monkey, man evolved from chimpanzee. But when we go deeper into the subject, when we see the microscope, then we will understand, no, chimpanzee is the other species of the man. The ancestor of the chimpanzee and the ancestor of man is same, but man and chimpanzee is not same. That we will be understanding slowly. So here also, how this evolution happened, not with respect to biology. Just I gave you example, with respect to civilization, with respect to culture, how the 19th century anthropologists believed how the evolution happened. कैसा एवोल्यूशन हुआ है 19th सेंचुरी में ओल्ड स्कूल वाला कैसा बिलीव किया है कि एवोल्यूशन हुआ है, हाउ द एवोल्यूशन हैपेंड. Diffusionism, the next school, big school is diffusionism. Historical particularism is part of diffusionism. Diffusionism, they believe that culture will spread from one place to other place. I am having the knowledge of anthropology. You are listening my class. So my knowledge is transferring from me to you, spread. Diffusion is happening. So diffusionists believe that the culture will form at one place, it gets moves to another place. The culture origins at one place and it moves to another place. People will be learning. For example, today I am speaking in English. Today I am speaking in English, whether English is my language, no. Then why I am listening, why I am teaching, and why I am speaking, and why you are listening? Why? Because we adopted English language. How British people migrated to India. British people came to India. As the people came to India, we adopted it. Diffusion of their culture. Language is the best symbol of the culture. Their language we are following today because those people visited India, came to India. With them, the culture also came to India, the language came to India. Diffusion. The culture is mainly because of diffusionism, very important. Functionalism, likewise. What is functionalism? What is structural functionalism? What is structuralism? What is culture personality school? What is neo-evolutionism? What is cultural materialism? What is symbolic and interpretative theories? What is cognitive theories? What is postmodernism in anthropology? If you understand this, 10 schools, if you understand these schools, your total anthropology is in your pocket. For every answer, you have to use one thinker. For every answer, you have to use one thinker. Anyhow, this nearly in paper 1, 40 marks out of 250 marks, 40. 215 marker and 110 marker will come from this unit. 40 to 50 marks only from unit 6. 40 to 50 marks only from unit 6. From these schools. One school I will be discussing for 2 hours. One school I will be discussing for 2 hours. So these are the different varieties of schools, starting with classical evolutionism, diffusionism. Part of diffusionism is historical particularism, functionalism, structural functionalism, structuralism, culture personality school, new evolutionism, culture materialism, symbolic and interpretative theories, cognitive theories, and postmodernism. If you have command over this unit, I'm telling you, if you command over this unit number 6, 50 marks in your pocket, not only 50 marks, it is not coming to an end by 50 marks. These thinkers, you have to develop the skill, you have to apply them. You have to apply them on marriage, on family, on religion. What this whenever there is a question on religion, bring these people. This person told about religion like this. This person told about religion like this. So what will happen? Your answer, you are substantiating by a thinker. A famous thinker, not like me, a common man, like a thinker. So you are substantiating it. That is the reason when you are reading newspaper, we will come across. Mahatma Gandhi also told on the same subject like this. Ambedkar also told on the same subject like this. Amartya Sen, Nobel laureate, also told like this on the same subject. Oh, acha, he also told like this. Very good. Like that, you have to add content. Like that, you have to add content. My dear students, again, I am telling you, it's not about by-hearting. It's about how you apply the subject. How you apply the subject. If you go to a hospital, the doctor will give us tablet. But what he will tell? He will tell some conditions. Morning one, afternoon before lunch or after lunch. He is not telling just to take the tablets. He is telling to apply the tablets according to the conditions. If you are sick, don't go for COVID vaccination application. In the same way, this knowledge we have to apply for the religion. This knowledge we have to apply for the tribals also, for paper 2 also. This is not limited to paper 1, my dear. If you think, sir, I will do paper 1, I will do paper 2, finish. No. Application of knowledge, transferring of the knowledge. That is important. Don't see the subject in the closure system. Don't see the subject in the closure system. If you start seeing the subject in the closure system, you are out of the game. Interrelation you have to establish. A multidisciplinary approach you have to establish. Like polity point also you can write in anthropology. Anthropology point also you can write in polity. If it is general essay, polity, economy, culture, all the points you have to write. Then your answer will become more vibrant answer. In the same way here, paper 1 points you have to apply to paper 2. Paper 2 points also you have to apply to paper 1. That is the skill you have to develop. How, sir? Write answer and submit to me. I will tell you. I will evaluate and I will give you the feedback. If from paper 2, which point you can add to the paper 1 question? For paper 2 answer, paper 1, which point we have to add to the paper 2 answer? I will tell 3 times. 4th time you will write by your own. Like that is the reason. That is the reason I chose this unit. Listen very focusedly, listen very concentratedly, you will love the subject. If you don't study the subject in a concentrated way, if you don't listen to the subject in the concentrated way, you will get bored. So please open your ears. This is the beginning. The classical evolution, the first school. The first school, the classical evolutionism. Very interesting school. 19th century anthropologists. Mainly late 19th century, means 1880 onwards, this school came into existence. 1880, 1870, 1860 means late. After 1850, second part of the 19th century, means 1850 onwards, it reached the zenith in 1880, 1890. 19th century means what? 1800 to 1899. 1800 to, how we will be calling it as 19th century. In this particular time period, this evolved. So who is the person, sir? Who are those anthropologists? Who are those anthropologists responsible for this thought process? For this thought process, three anthropologists: E.B. Taylor, Henry Morgan, Edmund Burke Taylor, Henry Louis Morgan, James George Fraser. These three people: Edmund Burke Taylor, Henry Louis Morgan, James George Fraser. Full name, like our surnames. Simply, E.B. Taylor, Henry Morgan, James Fraser. So you will ask me a question, sir, these three people are a different individual. Why you kept under a single school, sir? Why you located these three anthropologists under a single school, sir? Why you are keeping under him, under the classical evolutionism school? In spite of E.B. Taylor being a British anthropologist, Henry Morgan being an American anthropologist, James Fraser being a British anthropologist, his nationality is different. This person nationality is same, but this person nationality is same. And in 19th century, there is no easy movement from one country to other country. Then how you placed them under the single school? Why you are telling they belong to the single school? Because when I am conservative, when you are also conservative, whether people will tell that the both belongs to the old school, both belongs to the conservative school or not. When I am liberal, you are liberal, what the third person will tell? The both belongs to same school. When I am radical, when she is radical, what the third person will tell? The both are radicals. They belong to radical school. In the same way, the thought process, the understanding, the thought process, the understanding of these three thinkers is same. What they believe, what they accept, what they confirm is same. That is the reason their nationality might be different. Henry Morgan might be American, E.B. Taylor might be a Britisher, James Fraser might be a Britisher, but they are placed under a single school called as classical evolution. Classical evolutionism. Oh, so first conclusion is, so these three people believed in the same concept. These three people have the same stand. Similarly, every school, in every school, three, four anthropologists will be there. Their stand will be same. Their thought process will be same. So first gentleman, he is the gentleman, E.B. Taylor, the grandfather, E.B. Taylor, the first person, E.B. Taylor, the first person, E.B. Taylor. He is the individual, he is the one. The old photo, Edmund, Sir Edward Burnett Taylor. Edward Burnett Taylor. Edward Burnett Taylor. Yes. Edward Burnett Taylor. E.B. Taylor. Edward Burnett Taylor. English anthropologist. English anthropologist means British anthropologist. Regarded as the founder of cultural anthropology, is regarded as the founder of cultural anthropology. He is a founder of cultural anthropology, total cultural anthropology which is existing. He is the first person who founded this cultural anthropology. His most important work, books, some 2-3 books you have to remember, minimum 2 books. Every anthropologist written 2 books. Like Primitive Culture is a very famous, very successful book. In the anthropology discipline, in the discipline of the anthropology, complete by the E.B. Taylor, Edward Burnett Taylor. The Primitive Culture. He is regarded as the first professor of the anthropology in Oxford University, as well as generally also the first professional professor of the discipline of anthropology is E.B. Taylor. In 1896, called as father of modern anthropology, not anthropology, father of modern anthropology and comparative ethnology. See, I will tell you. So, people's little bit introduction is very important. So, this person who studied at Oxford, who himself became the professor in the discipline of anthropology in Oxford University, he was being considered as the first professional professor for the discipline of anthropology in the world. He is the person who founded the school called as cultural anthropology. Why? Because he is the first person who discussed about how the evolution happened culturally, how the man was been there earlier. So this person told that the first man's civilization is savagery, without clothes, in a rudimentary, rough way, like an animal. So first stage in the process of evolution of man, his civilization, his way of living is savagery in nature. He depended upon the flora and fauna which is available in the nature. He is part of the nature. No modern weapons, hunting, gathering, no agriculture. So the first form of evolution is, the first form of cultural evolution is savagery. The next is barbarism. He started using some cloths. He started sitting on the animals. He made animals as the beast of burden. Barbarism. Third stage is highest stage of evolution today, which is called as civilization. So savagery, barbarism, civilization means what it is called as cultural evolution. So earlier it was savagery stage, next is his barbaric stage, next is his civilization. So this person is the founder. He is the founder of cultural anthropology. Means he is the person who started about the understanding of cultural evolution. Oh, in this way it evolved. So he is the founder. Sometimes we will call, like Aristotle is the father of anthropology, whereas E.B. Taylor is the father of modern anthropology. Why we will give the name father, sir? Why we will give name as father? Because he will be the karma, karta, kriya of that discipline. He will be everything for the discipline. He will give all the insights of the discipline. Then those persons will be called as father. Whereas founder means just founded it, just introduced it to the world. He is the founder. But father is everything. Who created, who gave the direction, who is responsible for the growth and development. He is the father. So this person is considered as the father of modern anthropology and founded the cultural anthropology. In cultural anthropology, we will be understanding about evolutionary pattern. And and comparative ethnology. What is this comparative ethnology? Means he started. You will get a doubt here. Sir, what is this ethnology? Ethnology means comparisons of two cultures. Gujarat, how they are living, Tamil Nadu people, how they are living. So what I will do, I'm an anthropologist. So I will understand the culture of Gujaratis. I will understand the culture of Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu people eating pattern is this. Gujarati people eating pattern is this. Gujarati people marriage is this. Tamil people marriage is this. So this comparisons of cultures is called as ethnology. The comparisons of cultures is called as ethnology. Another term will come in the future, ethnography. When I study in depth regarding one culture, I will be doing research on one culture, it is called as ethnography. When I compare two cultures, it is called as ethnology. So this person advocated for comparisons. If you want to understand how culture evolved in two geographies, in two parts, you have to compare. Why America and British are so forward than India? Comparison. When I compare India and British, historically, oh, British made India as a colony. British exploited India. British resources were being taken away by the British. That is the reason India is still a developing country. But Britain, they themselves are the masters. They ruled the world. They took the resources from the world. Economically, they exploited the world, because of which today they have ample amount of resources. That is the reason they are rich, well developed. How I came to know? When I compare the societies. When the industrial revolution happened in Britain, somewhere around in 19th century, late 19th century, 1850, 1860, there the industrial revolution started. In India, after independence, industrial revolution. 1960 we got industrial revolution here. There 1860 the industrial revolution happened, or somewhere around in the 18th century it happened. Means 100 years gap is there. So when I am comparing this, I am understanding the reasons behind their stages of evolution, So when I will come to conclusion, when there is ethnology, when there is comparative ethnology, oh, Northeastern tribes are very advanced, sir. Northeastern tribes are very advanced. Whereas Central Indian tribes are, or some of the tribes in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana are more backward. Why is it so? Their way of development is quicker. Why? Because they adopted Christianity. Christianity is one of the means for development. So the development is quicker in Northeastern states. I will tell that in detail. Just I want to tell you that because of comparison, I am understanding the stages of development. What is the topic? Classical evolutionism. Means what? How evolution happened according to the classical thinkers. Understanding the pattern of evolution according to the classical thinkers. So he is the person, the beginner. He is the person, the beginner who founded cultural anthropology. So mainly in cultural anthropology, we will be understanding the evolution of the cultures. Yes, he discussed about, yes, how these cultures evolved. Because of that, he is called as father of modern anthropology. Father of anthropology is Aristotle. Father of modern anthropology is E.B. Taylor. Simple E.B. Taylor. Remember just E.B. Taylor. Second classical thinker, this gentleman. The second classical thinker is this gentleman, who is Henry Morgan. Henry Morgan. Henry Lewis Morgan. Henry Lewis Morgan. Lewis Henry Morgan. 1880. 1818. Died very quickly, 1881. This not required. Dates, years not required. Just I told you. Years not required. No need to remember the years. is considered as one of the founding fathers of modern anthropology. I told you, when we use the founder means just they founded it. They are the beginners. Founder. Father means everything, who shaped it, who reshaped it, who is responsible for the growth and development of the school. Those people will be called as father. He is a founding father, beginner of modern anthropology. He is the father. E.P. Taylor is the father of modern anthropology, the one of the founding fathers of modern anthropology. Why? Because the anthropology as a discipline became popular because of this classical evolutionists. These are the beginners. So, what this is just introduction. I'm introducing. Then we will go into the subject. Lewis Henry Morgan is known as a pioneer of American anthropology. Britishers, you know, the well-educated people. After British in 18th century, 19th century, the Americans. So he is the American anthropologist who is responsible for the growth of discipline of anthropology in America. The American anthropologist. He is the pioneer of the school of American anthropology. The study of human societies. He is the person who discussed about human societies, human cultures, evolutions, economics. All the evolutions were being studied by this person, Henry Lewis. The study of human societies, culture, how they develop means how they reached stage after stage, stage after stage, stage after stage. He was especially interested in ideas about kinship. This is very important. Every person will focus on one particular aspect. So this person, Henry Morgan, means you have to remember only one thing. He is the person who overemphasized or who emphasized strongly on kinship. What are this kinship? Kinship means relatives. Kinship means the bonding. How I had with my blood relatives. Who? My father, my brother, my sister, my brother. Kinships, relatives are two varieties. One is blood relative, other is alliance relative. So after my marriage, my wife became very near. Or for a lady, husband became very important. And husband's relatives became very important. Wife's relatives become very important. So for every man, the kinship will be in two format. One format is by blood relation, other format is by alliance. Whether alliance is blood relative, tell me. Whether marriage is any blood relationship will be there with spouses or spouse relatives? No. Very good. No. So two types of relationships we will be having. One is blood relationship, other is alliance. So this person, this gentleman is responsible for studying about the kinships. He emphasized more about how the kinship relationships are there in tribal societies in America. How the kinship relations are there in mainstream society, means modern societies are called as mainstream society. Tribal societies means tribal people, primitive people. So that kinships were being studied by this Henry Morgan. Means what? In second unit, the subunit called as 2.5 kinship. A unit name itself is a kinship. A unit, subunit is dedicated for kinship. So any question on kinship, if you don't use this person's name, your answer is incomplete or not? Yes, your answer is incomplete. So don't think this belongs to only anthropological thought unit number 6. So this person contributions also there in unit 2.5 kinship. In that way you have to live. So he is the person first studied about the kinship systems. He was especially interested in the ideas of kinship, how this kinship came. He wrote one of the first ethnographies. Yes, very important. E.B. Taylor is what? E.B. Taylor is famous as an ethnologist, comparing two cultures. Oh, these people are like this. 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 By understanding their marriage styles, By understanding their food styles, I am coming to a conclusion. Whereas this person emphasized on, first, we have to study their cultures in depth. We have to understand their cultures from their perspective. So he's an ethnographer. He emphasized on ethnography. He is the person who told that ethnography is most important. And he also did ethnography on one of the tribal community in North America called as Iroquois. So means what? He is the first person in the total discipline of anthropology emphasized on field work. Sir, what is this field work, sir? Field work means I am an anthropologist. I will go to one tribal community. I will sit there. I will talk with them. I will share with them. I will get their information. Oh, this is your economic systems. This is your marriage systems. This is your kinship systems. I will visit their field. I will visit their geography. I will become part of them. I will be taking the content. If you are having any problem, if I call you and ask you what is your problem, you will tell me clearly. Or if I come near you, I will sit with you, I will sit in front of you and looking into your eyes and I will ask what is the problem, whether you will tell me the answer. Yes. Offline. Whenever I sit in front of you, you will come out. So this person, first person told that, see, do ethnographies, do field works. You will get understanding their cultures very clearly. He also written ethnography. Means studying about a tribal community by visiting their places is called as ethnography, and that ethnography Iroquois. Who are these Iroquois? Means a tribal community name. How in India we have tribal communities like Lambada, Gond, like that, a tribal community in North American continent. North America means what? Canada, America, and Mexico. There, this tribal community, this person did field work. So he also first ethnography in the world, Iroquois. By whom? By Henry Morgan. You can ask me one question. So directly we can go into today's thought process, no? Why we are reading from the beginning, sir? See, if you want to understand India today, you have to know pre-independence. How, before British also, how the Mughals were been there, how Mauryans were been there, how British came to in India, how British ruled. Then after independence, what happened? What is emergency? What is today? So when we understand this, today we will be having the clarity. Today we can address solutions. As an anthropologist, you can address solutions to the problems. That is the reason from historically the syllabus has been designed in such a way. So you only tell me whether I want to understand the culture. If I visit them, if I sit with them, and if I ask about their culture, they will tell me. Or just by standing outside or reading some books, I will come to an understanding of their culture. Whether to understand the culture, is it best to do ethnography or not? Yes, very good. So that ethnography is for the first time by this person, and which community means Iroquois. Second, classical anthropologist, Lewis Henry Morgan. Third, simply Morgan, Henry Morgan. Remember Henry Morgan. Third, this gentleman, James George Fraser. James George Fraser, 1854. His birthday, 1854. A British social anthropologist. He is also from British social anthropologist. This person is very famous for comparative studies and understanding the patterns of religion. influential in the early stages of the modern studies of comparative religion. This person is very famous. For the first time, he is a person studied about religion. At that time, studying about religion is the biggest task. The people are very much conservative. The people are very much connected to their theology, towards their gods, towards their religion. Talking anything against the God is a sin at that time. This person at that time, in the 19th century itself, compared the religion and discussed about the scientific aspects of the religion. James Fraser is an influential person in understanding the stages of religion. Often considered one of the founders of contemporary anthropology, or one of the founders of the modern anthropology. Today's anthropology is modern anthropology. Today's anthropology is contemporary anthropology. These three people are the founders of the modern anthropology. This anthropology, yes, coming up. Beginning. He is the first to study about the religion as a social activity that could be compared and contrasted. So important thing with respect to this person is he focused on religion. Now you understand. Now you tell me. Fraser is popular because of studying what? He is the first person who studied about the religion in comparative way and contrasted. What is the difference between the Christianity and the Islam? Islam and Jewish and Hinduism. So this person is famous for religion. Henry Morgan is famous for the kinship. E.B. Taylor is famous for evolution. So E.B. Taylor is the first person who studied about the evolution from savagery to barbarism to civilization. So because of the beginning, because of the people who had laid the road, how this evolution happened, these three people were being combined together as classical evolutionists. So tell me now very quickly, what are the names of classical evolutionists? Very quickly. What are the names of classical evolutionists? Who are the E.B. Taylor? E.B. Taylor, Henry Morgan, James Frey. Yes, Henry Morgan. Which country? Country is important. Henry Morgan, which country? America. Yes. American, Henry Morgan, America. James Fraser and E.B. Taylor? British, yes. In spite of James Fraser and E.B. Taylor being Britishers, Henry Morgan being American, why they are clubbed as classical evolutionists? Why they are clubbed as classical evolutionists? Same school of thought. Very good. Same school of thought. Same school of thought. Yes. Now we will go into the in-depth one by one. This is the introduction. First. So there will be some commonality because we are clubbing them. Because we are clubbing them. We are clubbing under one school called as classical evolutionism. As we are clubbing them into one school which is called as classical evolutionism, there will be stages. So there might be some similarity. See, as I told you earlier, conservative, liberal, radical, I clubbed them. Why I clubbed them? Because their thought process is same. So what is that thought process? What is their thoughts which were been similar? First one. These three people believed that evolution is stage after stage. Evolution is stage after stage. Evolution didn't happen like this. Evolution was not spontaneous. Evolution is stage after stage after stage. No one became an IAS like this. No one became IPS like this. It's a process. Stages of evolution of culture. Evolution of culture happened at stages, but not spontaneous. These three people believed in the same. Evolution was a process. Evolution was a stage by stage by stage by stage by process. Number one, classical evolutionists' contribution means these three people believed in this. One more thing. Second, these three people, E.B. Taylor, Henry Morgan, James Fraser, believed that at that time what was prevailing in 19th century? Racism. In America, racism. In Britain, racism. Atrocities against black race. Apartheid against the black race, against the black people. These three people believed that racism is a psychological myth. So there is nothing called as racism. It is just a psychological myth. How B.R. Ambedkar told at that time, the Brahmins believe that they are strong, they are great, they are intelligent, is a psychological myth. In the same way, here also, these three people told that white people are superior, black people are inferior, is a psychological myth. What is myth? English meaning of myth bole to kya? Myth bole to kya? Maya. Myth means a wrong belief. Myth means wrong belief. A psychological wrong belief. We are great white people. In our society also, we will be having our friends who themselves feel we are great. I am elite. I am like this. My family is great. My father is this. No one is great. It's a psychological myth. Everyone are common man. Their attitude, their behavior, their nature will make them great, like B.R. Ambedkar, Mahatma Gandhi. These people also believe that racism is a psychological. See, they opine that concept of racial superiority is a psychological myth. Is a psychological myth. Myth means wrong belief. It is a psychological thing, that to a wrong belief. Classical evolutionists are against racial discrimination. These three people are against racial discrimination. They didn't believe it. They didn't believe in superiority of any race. So these people, at that time, the racism was prevailing. It was very strong. At that time itself, they are against the racism. These three people are having the common stand. Classical evolutionists. Third, as I told, comparative ethnology. These three people told that compare the cultures. Then you will understand how this culture evolved, how this culture evolved, how this culture evolved. Advocated comparative methods. Advocated comparative methods. Comparison. Oh, in Hyderabad like this it happened. In Mumbai like this happened. In Delhi like this. So I will be understanding the reasoning. So these three people advocated for comparative methods. Comparisons. Advocated comparative methods. Number one. So these three people believed in comparisons. Number two. Survivals of the past. Survivals of the past. These three people believe that what is present in the past will be present in today also, like traditions, belief. Example, burqa. Why the Islam people are wearing the burqa? Why Hindus in North India are wearing the gungat? Means what were been there present in the past, will be also present today. That is what these people believe. I'm not telling this is true. Again, you have to understand, my dear students. See, these all are the thought process of these people, not rational beliefs or my beliefs. Not by because you will be coming across a lot of things like this. So it's not my personal beliefs or not scientific beliefs. The views of these people, these three people: Henry Morgan, James Fraser, E.B. Taylor. So comparison should happen. Comparison should happen, and survivals of the past. What is present in the past, mainly the culture which is present in the past, will also be present today. These people will believe. How I will tell you? They will tell the reasoning, individual reasoning. I will be telling. Classical evolutionists believed in comparisons between the cultures in order to draw conclusions about evolution of culture. So these people advocated comparative methods. These three people believe that when you compare, you will understand how they evolved. When you want to compare yourself with All India Rank 1, Anirudh Durishetty, whose optional is Anthropology, you will, when you know about him, when you understand him, you can also make your better, or you can also understand your culture. How? By comparison. So this classical evolutionist believes in three things. Number one, stages of evolution of culture is a stage by stage. Number two, racism is a psychological myth. Number three, advocated comparative methods and survivals of the past. What is present in the past will be present today also, which is called as survivals of the past. Fourth point, I am telling you what this school told. Then again, I will come individually. Total school, what it is telling to me, what it is telling to you. Fourth thing is culture parallels. Parallel means, these are parallels. Culture parallels means, for example, ABC, 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 stages of culture evolution. Once upon a time, man is savagery, then barbarism, then civilization. Here also, this is Africa, this is India. A means savagery, B means barbarism, C means civilization. This is America. A, B, C. And when I am comparing, when I am studying, I am understanding these people also evolved in ABC. These people also evolved in ABC. These people also evolved in ABC. Once upon a time, India was rural. Now it is becoming urban. Evolutionary pattern. Evolutionary pattern. So the fourth point, which is advocated by this classical evolutionist, is parallels, like railway tracks, parallel. That parallels of cultures is called as culture parallels. That parallels of cultures is called as culture parallels. Means here also the evolution happened like this. Here also the evolution happened like this. Here also the evolution happened like this. Same. When I compared, I came to conclusion that everywhere the culture is same. Why? Why? These three anthropologists believed in the concept called as psychic unity of mankind. Psychic unity of mankind. See here. Cultural parallels. Cultural parallels is due to psychic unity of mankind. What is this psychic unity of mankind, sir? These three anthropologists believed in a new idea called as psychic unity of mankind. Means these three anthropologists believe that everywhere in the world, the human beings are same. Yes, human beings are same, no confusion. Everywhere it might be a brown, he might be a blue, it might be a black, it might be a white color, it might be tall, he might be short, he might be fat, he might be thin. But the biology is same everywhere. everywhere biological man is same. Yes, true. It might be America, it might be Africa, it might be India, it might be China. So as the biology is same everywhere, the need, necessity, zarurate, the necessities are same. Food, I want food, breakfast, lunch, dinner, minimum, compulsory. At least one time food every day is compulsory. Food. Clothing, to avoid from the environment, I want a clothing. 2. 3. Reproduction. A sexual activity, a common thing for any animal in the world. For any animal in the world. For the sake of reproduction. It's a human need. So, the basic needs like food, clothing, shelter, and reproduction. Whether it is absent in America, whether it is absent in Africa, whether it is absent in Asia, no. Everywhere the needs are there. Everywhere the needs are there. So these people want to tell that as the biologies are same, the needs also same. The needs also same. As the man's needs are same, so he need to address the need. Like when I am hungry, I want food. When I am feeling chilled or cold, I want some clothes. When I don't have any shelter, I have to go inside the cave. So for the next generation, there is a need for reproduction. It might be any geography. It might be any place. Every biological man is same and his necessities are same. Zarurat is same. So in order to fulfill his necessities, he is coming up with the solution. What? Food. What? Clothes. What? A house. What? A marriage system. So as everywhere the needs are same, the addressing mechanism to satisfy the needs will be same. So cultures will be same according to these people. So as the needs are same, in order to address that needs, the man thought process will be same. To get the solution for the needs, the man thought process, the man planning will be same. That thought process, similarity in thought process is called as psychic unity of mankind. Psychic unity of mankind. Man everywhere will be thinking in the similar format. That too, mainly to address his needs. So the man is thinking in the same format. That format will be same because the needs are same. So the needs are same and the thought process is same. The response which is coming in the form of culture to address the needs is same. That concept is called as psychic unity of mankind. So everywhere the culture parallels. Everywhere the culture parallels. These three anthropologists believed in psychic unity of mankind. Cultural parallels is due to psychic unity of mankind. Believed man needs across the globe are same, like food, clothing, shelter, sex. Hence, to satisfy the needs, hence to satisfy the same needs, the response in the form of thought, how I should. The response in the form of thought process is also same. Hence, the culture evolved in the same sequence, which they named it as culture parallels. Everywhere it is the same format. In the same format it is evolving. Hence, they named it as culture parallels. ABC, ABC, ABC. Because of same thought process, which they named it as psychic unity of mankind. E.B. Taylor, Henry Morgan, James Fraser believed in this psychic unity of mankind. Human cultures as a whole, human culture is nothing. Culture means what, man? Culture means socio-cultural setup. The culture is called as rules and regulations. That culture will tell how to behave with you, how you should behave with me, how I should talk to you, how you should talk to me, how I have to establish relationship with you. These all things is called as culture. A socio-cultural, social rules and regulations will be there. I have to talk like this. I should not talk like this. So culture is nothing but a socio-cultural institutions. So the human culture as a whole are socio-cultural institutions evolved in a unilinear sequence or unilinear sequence, A to B to C. The socio-cultural institutions, the cultures are not spontaneous. The cultures are not sudden. The cultures are a process. Man was earlier savagery, eating raw animals, no proper marriage system. Then next, barbarism. He started heating the animals. He started removing the skin. He started making it fried. Barbarism. Civilization. He started cooking. It's a one stage to one stage in a unilinear. English meaning of unilinear means one stage after another stage after another stage in a process is called as unilinear sequence. Savagery to barbarism to civilization. Simple to complex. Homogeneity to heterogeneity. Today, you know, heterogeneity everywhere. In Hyderabad, in India, in Delhi, in Mumbai, different people will live together. But once upon a time, only one group will be living at one place. One group will be living at one place. Once upon a time, a simple life form. What is there? Eating, sleeping, finish. Now complex economy, polity, religion. From simple style to complex style we evolved. Unilinear sequence, simple to complex, homogeneity to heterogeneity, savagery to barbarism to civilization. Why? Because psychic unity of mankind. And the fifth point which they told is, fifth point, these three people believed that they believed Victorian society means British society, kingdom. That is called as, also called as British society, also called as Victorian society, as the highest stage of development. They believed that their UK, their Britain was been in the highest stage of development. So any society will be called as development when they reach this British model of living. It is criticized, but these three people believe that the British model of society is the highest stage of development. These are the 5 contributions of these 3 anthropologists. These 3 people are common in their thought process with respect to these 5 points. Because of the similarities in these 5 points, similarities in these 5 salient points, they are being clubbed together as classical evolutionists. Why? Because if there is a question, why E.B. Taylor, Henry Morgan, James Fraser, in spite of differences in their nationality, why they are being called as classical evolutionists, why they are being clubbed into a single school, means these 5 reasons you have to mention. The first reason is the stages of evolution of culture is stage after stage, but not spontaneous. Number 1. Number 2, they opine that the concept of racial superiority is a psychological myth. Third point, advocated comparative methods. Everywhere there should be comparisons. When we have comparisons, we will understand the evolution. Fourth, they believed in psychic unity of mankind. Fifth, they believed that Victorian society is the highest stage of. Because of the similarities in these 5 points, these 3 people advocated these 5 points. They are clubbed as classical evolution. Simple to complex, homogeneity to heterogeneity, savagery, barbarism, civilization. They believed Victorian society has the highest stage of development. Human cultures as a whole are socio-cultural institutions evolved in unilinear sequence, in a single sequence, A to B to C, savagery to barbarism to civilization. Because of these 5 patterns, these 3 anthropologists are clubbed into. These 3 anthropologists are clubbed into which school? Yes, classical evolutionism. Write this answer, everyone. Write this answer and submit me. Write this answer and submit me. Question. Why E.B. Taylor? Everyone write this question and submit me the answers. Why E.B. Taylor, Henry Morgan and James Fraser, in spite of their nationality, clubbed together into a single school called as classical evolutionism? Post to my Telegram, I will be evaluating. Individually, you send me. Again, I am repeating, listen carefully. Why E.B. Taylor, Henry Morgan, and James Fraser, in spite of the difference in nationality, they are being clubbed together under a single school called as, classical evolutionism? Question mark. Henry Morgan is American, E.B. Taylor is a Britisher. In spite of the difference in nationality, why they are clubbed as a single school? This is the answer. And one more thing. Before the beginning of the class notes will be provided into your Telegram. The class notes will be provided to your Telegram. You can also see the, yes. But one more thing I will tell you. This PPT will be having 2-3 points extra than the PPT, the PDF which I am providing you. Why? Because I want to tell something extra in the class, which will be not there in the daily class notes which I am providing. That you write in your notes. Why? Because I want everyone to attend the class. I want 100% attendance. So don't think that by reading the PPT, by reading the PDF, you can understand the subject means wrong. 2-3 points which are not there in the PDF also will be there here in the classroom. That is the reason that extra points add in your notes. समझ में आया? Send answer to my phone number, to my Telegram personally. To you send to me, I will be evaluating everyday basis, on everyday basis. So today's question is E.B. Taylor, Henry Morgan, James Fraser, in spite of the difference in nationalities, why they are clubbed into single school? Why they are clubbed into single school? $15 marks. 15 marks means 200 words. So I will tell you. 3 types of questions are asked in UPSC. Optional mainly. 20, 15, 10. 20 marker, 4 pages, 250 words. 15 marker, 200 words, 3 pages. 10 marker, 150 words, 2 pages. So if I tell 15 marks means 200 words, 3 pages answer should be there. If I tell 10 marker means 2 pages, 150 words should be there. Same number, the same number, see. So listen. So this person, these 3 people, they believe that early stage, again, I'm just concluding one doubt of Sahil. See, in the early stages, man was bothered only about food. So his behavior, his thought process everywhere was in the rudimentary form, rough form. So savagery, man, like animal. Savagery means just like animal. But there is change in the ecology. Environmental changes happened. He could not sustain biologically because of the change in the environment. Then he started wearing some animal clothes. So then the next stage, The shifting of the stage is barbarism. Then more change in the environment, more change in the ecology. Then the next stage is civilization. So with the need and with the environmental changes, there is a pattern of evolution. Savagery, barbarism, civilization. Another question from Chirag. 10 marker, 15 marker, 20 marker. Listen. 10 marker means 2 pages, 150 words. 15 marker means 3 pages, 200 words. 20 marker means 250 words, 4 pages. The question which I asked you to write answer is 15 marker, 3 pages, means 200 words. Don't count the words. If it is 3 pages, means it will be approximately 200 words. That's it. Take it. Take my word. Try to write 3 pages for 15 mark. Any doubts, please, up to now? Sahil, समझ में आया आपको? Victorian society means that is negative point. See, Victorian society means negative point, but these 3 people believed that. It might be Henry Morgan, it might be James Fraser, it might be E.B. Taylor. What they believed means that at that time, in 1880, only British was being industrialized. British was highly civilized, knowledgeable. So they thought that if any country or if any region want to get development, so we want one role model, no? We want one example. So these people fixed that the model of development, the model of civilization is Victorian society. Victorian society means British society. So the stage of we are in the stage of civilization. That means they are telling that the Victorian society is in the stage of civilization. Any society like Africa or Asia, if they want development, become like Victorian society. If you become like Victorian society, it is called as civilization. That is their belief. Yes, even he believed in, yes, victorious. Yes, Geetika. Advocate, not advocate method, it is called as comparative method. Harshavardhan, comparative method it is. Advocated comparative methods. Yes, sir, can we use the Victorian? Yes, in criticism, Satyam, in criticism it is there, it will come. In criticism, it is ethnocentric, no? How you can tell that Victorian society is the highest stage of development? Is it not? Is it not ethnocentrism? Ethnocentrism means I am great. It is criticized. Yes. Yes, my number. Everyone mail me, I will give my number. Why? Because it everyone VISU at Gmail. VISU14. Yes, you message me at Gmail. What is the difference between historical and comparative methods? Historical methods means studying the history and coming to conclusion is called as historical method. Studying the history and coming to conclusion is called as historical method. Comparative method means just comparing. India is like this, China is like this, Africa is like. By comparing, when I understand, it is called as, yes. Ethnology and ethnography. Yes, see, listen. No. Ethnology means comparisons. Ethnology means comparisons. Ethnography means studying one particular culture. Studying one particular culture is called as ethnography. So this thinker just studied the evolution or they changed society in their own ways? or contributed to, they didn't contributed anything. Anmol, they didn't contributed anything to the society. It is just there, how they saw the society, how the societies are there, how the societies are. Psychic unity of mankind is nothing but, biologically man is same. When man is biologically same, his needs are same: food, clothing, shelter, reproduction. So in order to see, so compulsory he need to satisfy the needs. So as the needs are same, his thought process of satisfying the needs, the response for the satisfying the needs is same. So that response is culture. The solution is culture. Yes, criticism we will come. Vinaya, we have to go more. After that, I will come. Yes, very good. So we had gave you workbook. Listen, everyone. We have gave you workbook. Listen. How we designed workbook means, for every topic, introduction will be there. Means topic crux. The topic crux. So just you have to make a notes of that topic. Under that topic, you will be having one question, which is previous year question. Space will be there. So you have to write the previous year answer, previous year's questions answer. 2 pages will be given. After that, expected question for 2021 mains and 2022 mains will be there. So that you can write the expected, which we are thinking will come in the examination, that answer also you will write. So for every topic, we gave a booklet which is called as workbook. So the importance of workbook means every topic, some gap. In that gap, you have to write the bullet points. And previous year question and expected question. Gap you have to fill. Why, sir? Anyhow, you are giving PDF, you gave textbook. Why you are giving model answers, you are giving value-added content. Remember that. Whatever it is, there is no substitution for your handmade notes. And that too for the examination like UPSC, CSE, your handmade notes will be everything. So I want my students should make their own notes. That is the reason I had sent workbook. So, yes, Neeraj, you will get it. Sai Teja, sir, you said how to write. Sai Teja, I hope I answered your question. Yes, Neeraj, you will get it. Both. He is father of modern anthropology as well as father of British anthropology. Both. See, comparative methods and ethnology. Here we used the word called as comparative methods. But here we are limited to one question is from Sahil. Sir, comparative methods and ethnology are same. Answer is, here ethnology means comparing only culture. Comparative methods means it can be anything. So ethnology means comparing of the cultures. Comparative methods means it can be anything. It is there in the telegram I sent to everyone. It is there in the telegram. Yes. Meghana, any doubts? There is a question from Chirag. What should be the daily planning of Anthro? Reading PPT sent by you, attending lectures, and what more? Listen, daily plan. Class will be for 1 hour 30 minutes, fixed. Another 30 minutes will be daily doubt clearing session. So that is the reason I will tell my students to, if you get any doubts, please write in the notepad, a rough paper. After 8:30 daily, I will sit for doubts. Any doubts you can ask me. So daily 2 hours of classroom. Approximately 2 hours, properly 1 hour 45 minutes will be there. If the doubts go on, I will be continuing. After 2 hours, class. 30 minutes for quick revision. You will not forget. 30 minutes, write one answer. This 3 hours daily you work, finish. On Saturday, you work another 4 hours extra. Monday to Saturday, what you studied, you do revision of the total week for 3-4 hours. So the total week will be completed. Write the test on Sunday according to the schedule which I gave you. समझ में चिराग? Sir, I am working professional. I work for 12 hours per day and I have GS classes on weekends. How do I manage my time? Yes, daily 3 hours. This is what I told you. In that way, you have to manage the time. The same pattern. 2 hours of class, 30 minutes revision, 30 minutes answer writing. Saturday, apart from class, 3 hours revision of the total week. Sunday test, you will be ready. Sir, in initial stage answers, we have to add current affairs. No, I will tell you that how to add current affairs also I will be telling. For this, there will be no current affair. Why? Because this is concept. This is thought process of those people. Understand this. For this, there will not be any current affair. This is thought process, understanding of those people. So there will not be any current affair for this. How to write introduction? Simple. I told you how E.B. Taylor, Henry Morgan, James Fraser, in spite of the difference in nationalities, were being clubbed together into a single school called as classical evolutionism is the question. Simple. Start the answer. Classical evolutionism is the earliest school of thought in the discipline of anthropology. And the early contributors of the classical evolutionism are Henry Morgan, James Fraser, and E.B. Taylor. These 3 people believed in psychic unity of mankind, one by one, point wise, 1, 2, 3, 4, explain it, body, conclusion. However, it is subjected to criticism, but we cannot deny the importance of the classical evolutionism because these are the people who gave food and fodder for the further research of anthropological thought. Yes. So instead of preparing a personal notes in a different notebook, should we write it in definitely in the workbook? Yes, you can write it in the workbook. Yes. Yes, correct. Workbook is a substitute of normal book. Yes. Sir, do we need to refer any sources of? No, not required. I am covering all. I will be covering. For this classroom, yesterday night I sat from 9 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. and already have, just I'm telling you, already have abundant knowledge. Again, I recollected more information. I will be, this is enough. Sir, what workbook were you talking about? It is posted in the Telegram. Will we be receiving in hard copy or parceled at our homes? No, it is only soft copy. Sir, should we start reading the books that we? Yes, please start reading. I completed tomorrow. E.B. Taylor will be completed. Tomorrow, classical evolutionism will be up to E.B. Taylor will be completed. Henry Morgan will complete. You read that too in the textbook also, which I send you. After this, see, listen. This is the primary material. This is the must-read material. After completion of this textbook, enough. Do we need to read any other source of your material? Is more than enough. Enough, Parthi. No need to anything extra. If you read also, you cannot remember. Will get any hard copy material. Textbooks, 2 textbooks we are sending you. 2 textbooks. It will be posted to your home. These are the textbooks. This is the paper 1, paper 2. 2 textbooks combinedly we will be sending to your home. With this case studies, soft copies will be provided. 2 textbooks we will be sending. Sir, can my friend purchase your books? He is financially not sound. No. Sir, is Henry Morgan also believe that? Yes, these 3 people believe the same. That is why no, they are under single school. Shiva. I shared it. Sai Kumar, already I shared it. Where are you? I shared the PPT earlier in the enrolled group. Do we need to take printout of workbook? Yes, if you take the printout of the workbook, it will be very much helpful. This is my email ID, no? VISU1437@gmail.com. Sir, do I need to make different notebook for notes or workbook is enough? Workbook is enough. VISU1437 @gmail. gmail.com. Sir, how can we send answers? In PDF, don't send images. Images, no one can evaluate. Convert into PDF and send me so I can give the remarks on the papers itself. PDF. Yes, everyone will get the textbooks who pay 50% of the fee. Sir, the PPTs contain value addition already, or will you send the value added parts? This is most important. Number 2 is textbook. Third is value added content I will be providing. Value added content with extra information. So that you will not read other books. That also I will be providing. No, this value added content already is there. Extra information, out of the box information I will be sending it. That is optional. This is compulsory. Primary, secondary is textbook. Other all are tertiary. If you want, you can read. If not, you can neglect it. But this is compulsory. Yes, by evening you can send. Yes, correct. Yes, Alakya, correct. PDF of your, yes. All my students who enroll already, they have my number. Secondary textbook, this one, ma. This is the first text. This is primary. This is secondary. Yes, current affairs I will be covering. Current affairs will be covered. For example, if you see only E.B. Taylor, tomorrow we will be discussing in detail. Animism, lot of information we will be discussing in the classroom itself. Yes, you can use your own diagram. 100% you can use your own diagram. I will help. I will promote. I will be happy if you innovate. Gideon, I didn't got your doubt. Tomorrow onwards, the classes will be in VISHNU IAS app. Tomorrow onwards, the classes will be in VISHNU IAS app. Everyone download the app and call our team. Our team will give the accessibility. This is the phone number of our team. 9400-939. They will give the accessibility. Tomorrow onwards, only app. Sir, we need to send answers to you in Telegram or what? Telegram. Sir, is there any relation between the Darwin's theory of evolutionism and classical? Very good question. Who is this? Hemraj Vyas. Yes. This classical evolutionism idea was born when E.B. Taylor was studying Darwin's theory of evolution. But that is biological evolution. This is cultural evolution. That is the difference. Yes, Alekya, you message to this number. This is also my number. 9400-939. This is also my number. So tomorrow my classes are fixed. 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. fixed. Sonika, any doubts? Sir, in this, sir, in case if you miss the class, we'll be able to see it anywhere else. If you miss the class will be uploaded, automatically will be uploaded in the app, and 1 year validity will be there. All the classes will be for 1 year validity. 1 year, the recorded videos will be in the dashboard. Automatically, after 1 year, it will be deleted. And if you clear the prelims 2022, we are going to increase it, the accessibility for another 6 months freely if you clear the prelims. Sir, is just a demo class or we have started? No, we started the class. First class completed. This is the first class. Free to all. Tomorrow onwards, only in our app. This class will also be uploaded in the YouTube. Tomorrow onwards, only app. Sir, though these three rejected the racial superiority, why they believed the Victorian society was... See, they believed society as... Victorian society as superior, not the race. They believed that the Victorian society is more civilized. It will be uploaded in the it will be uploaded in the YouTube. Don't worry, it will be uploaded in the YouTube itself within 2 hours. Unilinear sequence means unilinear, English word, unilinear, one line. Savagery, barbarism, civilization. Simple to complex. Homogeneity to heterogeneity. Yes or no? Once upon a time, the world was one tribe, one tribe, one tribe, one tribe. Now what happened? Different people are living in one territory. Different people are living in one territory. Means homogeneity. Homogeneity means single. Heterogeneity means different. Homogeneity to heterogeneity. That a single line of pattern is called as unilinear. Multilinear means different in different stages is called as multilinear. Yes, Amol. Why? So these professors are called father and founding of modern anthropology. And then why we categorize them in class? No, the thought process is school. Gideon, the thought process is school. They are professors only. Sir, when we have to send the answers, I mean to say by some much time, by evening 5 o'clock. After 5 o'clock, I will be busy with the GS classes. We are going to start at GS classes also. So by 5 o'clock, you send. Why we study about not only tribes, everything we will study. We will emphasize more on tribes. No field work. Very good question by Balamurli. No field work. Balamurli asked, sir, any field works from Taylor and Fraser? No. No field work. That is the reason they are criticized as armchair anthropologists. We will come to that. The study by them was given long back. Can we apply? Yes, we can. You can apply it now. Contemporary anthropology and same. Contemporary anthropology, modern anthropology, same. Yes, Aparna, yes. No, they didn't give any evidence. That is the reason they are criticized. We will do the criticism also tomorrow. One by one, one by one. Very good question. Ajmal, Morgan, what he did, he told to the world that field work is good, but he did not did himself. He told that he went to a society to do field work, but he did not complete it. He came back and he told that the field work is good, but I cannot complete it. But any ethnography, when we do the field work, then it is the best field work. Then we can understand the cultures appropriately. He advocated for field work, but he himself did not do the field work. समझ में आया? Anusha, what are the methods they used? They used secondary sources. This is secondary source, no? Somewhere the book is been written. I am reading this book. So they secondary source of information. Their methods is reading the books which are already written on the societies and coming to a conclusion. So the video will be uploaded within 2 hours. Okay. Any more doubts on today's session? Morgan, he visited the Iroquois society as well. He visited the Iroquois society and he spent time with them. He spent the time with them, but he did not complete it. He understood from outsider point of view. He visited there. He understood their cultures as an outsider, as an elite, for example. If I'm a professor, if I go like a professor, if I ask them the information, they will give only information which is selective. But if I go like a normal man, if I become like them, if I participate like them, if I participate with them, they will tell their true cultures. So this person did a field work but did not participate with them. He did not become one among them. He was like a professor. He was just watching. When anyone is watching us, whether we will give selective information or original information. Yes, that is what he know the field work is good, but this person did the field work like a non-participant, like an outsider, like a professor. But later anthropologists told that if you want to do the field work, you have to participate like a common man. You have to behave like them. You have to become like them. Then they will explain you about the real culture. So this person did field work and advocated field work, but his field work is considered as incomplete because he did not participated. He was been collecting the information alike. Got it? Everyone clear, Aparna? Meghana? Yes. Yes, Sayantan. That I will be teaching in 8th unit. Yes. Everyone clear? All doubts? Shall we meet tomorrow morning 7 o'clock on the app? You can watch in the app, mobile phone also, as well as in the desktop also. If you share your credentials with your other friends, it will be, we will detect here. So please be careful. We can detect here. We have the technology. Sudarshan Reddy, please call me. Cross culture and comparing them. Cross cultures, yes. Cross cultures means different cultures. Comparing them. Cross cultural studies means different cultures studying is called as cross cultural studies. Sir, will app open in iPad, MacBook, supercomputer also it will open. The link for the desktop is live.vishnuias.com. If it is iPad, just download the app like in the mobile phone, it will be visible. Any anthropologist name? Oh, lot of anthropologist name. We will come across it. Lot of anthropologist names from India. PC link. live.vishnuias.com. This is dot, not underscore, dot. This one. Laptop, desktop, everywhere. Any more doubts, please? Shall I wind up the session? Every class, after you tell me, yes, sir, if you give the green signal, then only the class will be closed. For every class. Green signal. Yes, opened. Yes, opened. Recorded videos will be open, Geetika. Thank you. Be safe.